Is AI taking over Power BI? Are Power BI developers losing their jobs because of artificial intelligence? My answer to that is absolutely, absolutely not. So I have clearly been documented and it's verified in several videos that I've stated that artificial intelligence has not truly integrated into Power BI. Artificial intelligence has not truly integrated into Power BI. So I would be totally wrong if I said that there was no part for artificial intelligence, AI, and Power BI, because they do and they are going to play a very strong role in the very, very near future. However, here's the deal. Let's look at it this way. When I say AI has not fully integrated Power BI, what I mean is, for instance, let's say we take the artificial intelligence tool VEO3, the Google artificial intelligence tool VEO3, right? With VEO3, you can take a video, you can take text and you can create a video. You can create an actual, I think it's an 8-second clip, speaking video. I mean, off the chain, right? Almost a mini movie, but it's only 8 seconds. I mean, you got to create, several clips and then mesh them together in order to create, a full video. But in 8 seconds, you're getting a very, very good high resolution, cinematic type of feel. That's what you're looking for when you're creating a video and actually speaking within the clip. If you take ChatGPT's Sora, you can create a super, and I do it all the time. I do it for fun, right? I do it for fun. So you can take Sora and you can actually create videos. You can create images as well as videos with Sora. Now the difference for me, I haven't found the actual. I haven't found that Sora actually has text, but you can create a video with Sora, and then you can actually take the text and go over to Letter Labs, and you can create the actual speaking piece in Letter Labs, and then mesh it together and get the video and the speaking piece with Sora. Unlike with VEO3, where you can create an actual 8-second speaking clip. Now I'm not faking to be the AI expert. Now I am certified in Microsoft. I am a certified Microsoft Azure AI specialist in Azure, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not faking to be an AI specialist. However, what I am trying to get you to understand is that there is room to use AI within Power BI, but the actual creating the actual Power BI report is not quite there yet. And I'm gonna clarify and define exactly what I mean when I say it's not there yet. But I just want to give you some idea of what AI tools are available that I found available and provide somewhat of significant results when it comes to building out a Power BI report. I have used Claude. For Power BI reports. And it works pretty good. As a matter of fact, it works pretty doggone good, to be honest, building out a Power BI report. But do I need Claude in order to build a Power BI report? And can Claude build a Power BI report on its own without me without me actually building out the report? No. If someone out there has found that out, figured it out, you comment and let me know. But I haven't seen anywhere to where Claude is able to build a Power BI report itself. When I say build a Power BI report, for instance, as I just said, you can take text, you can go over to Sora, you can go over to VEO3, and you can create text and you can say, hey, blah, 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 this is what I want, 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 and boom, it pops out. It doesn't happen like that in Power BI. Claude is very good when it comes to building Power BI reports, but it's not to that degree to where you can type into Claude and say, hey, create this, right? ChatGPT actually is my favorite 1A, right? It's my favorite 1A, and I'll tell you why. It's is actually my favorite 2A. It's actually my favorite 2A. And I'll tell you, you'll see why I say it's my favorite 2A here in just a little bit. So with ChatGPT, I personally like ChatGPT a little bit more so than I like Claude when it comes to building Power BI reports. I have built Power BI reports with ChatGPT. I've built them from the rooter to the tutor. When I say from the rooter to the tutor, I'm talking about building out the actual tables, the data sets, the whole nine. I've built out pie charts, bar charts, funnel charts, all different types of graphs, custom graphs, everything. I've gone the whole way with Power BI when it comes to building Power BI reports. And then I was not Power BI, but ChatGPT. And then I was able to take ChatGPT and then create an AI version of the report to where you can get where you can use certain reports and you can forecast using the business intelligence, then using artificial intelligence to give us a greater prediction than just a normal forecast that we in the finance world, we in the accounting world, primarily finance or econ, in the finance world, we'd be able to forecast, numbers and projections, whereas we would be able to take ChatGPT and really create a true report, a true Power BI report, and then using artificial intelligence give us even a forecast even better than what we've used in the past in the finance world. And then I would say get projections like projections on steroids. That's a whole nother conversation. So again, Claude, I like Claude. I have built Power BI reports with Claude. ChatGPT. Man, ChatGPT I think is the best. I think it's the absolute, no, I think it's 2A. I think it's 2A. I don't think it's the best. I think it's 2A when it comes to building Power BI reports. When I say 2A, then there's 2B because there's Copilot. There's Microsoft Copilot. So here's the deal. First of all, understand this. I teach a course called Power of the BI. Shameless plug. It's over at powerofthebi.com, where you are able to take a 16-week course to learn Power BI, and I put you on track to where you can get out there and grab a six-figure job if that's what you're looking for, or you can get that mass information if that's what you're looking for as well as I do a 3-day live session from time to time, which would be 8 hours a day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then, you'll pretty much get pretty much just about everything that I give in the 16-week course, you will get in that 3-day live. And I also have a self-paced course to where you can take as long as you like in order to finish the course, as long as you finish it within a year, right? But it's totally self-paced. The self-paced piece, I am not that involved, but I do meet with my self-paced students once every 6 weeks, whereas with my instructional students that I have in a 16-week class, I meet with them once a week. But at the end of the day, it's totally on you. But I do the 16-week course, and I do the 16-week course, I do the 3-day live course, and I do the self-paced course. But that's totally on you. The reason why I'm throwing that out there is because my course is called Power of the BI, but understanding that Power BI is a Microsoft product. I don't get paid by Microsoft. I don't work for Microsoft. I don't promote Microsoft I don't promote Power BI just because I'm getting paid or endorsed or anything like that by Microsoft. Copilot. Copilot is cool, right? Copilot is my 2B. Copilot is my 2B. The reason why it's 2B is this. Of course, Microsoft has to deal with OpenAI, and they've got things working with OpenAI, and Copilot is somewhat working off of what I like to call it a watered down version of ChatGPT. Some of the things that I like to do, I just get more detailed. I can get more into the weeds when it comes to ChatGPT. Copilot is cool. You actually can create a Power BI report with Copilot, right? I like Copilot, but again, to me, I believe it functions as a watered down version. But the reason why Copilot is good is because it is a part of Microsoft. So, it integrates with Microsoft, it integrates with Power BI very, very well. So you can create Power BI reports. Now, again, I've said before, and I still maintain that, AI and BI have totally not integrated together yet. And what I mean by that is, you're not just able to take text to text. Like, for instance, you got text to speech with text to video, with text to image, text to video, with Sora, text to video and speech with VO3. You're not able to go text to Power BI and build a Power BI report. Can you build a Power BI report using text? Yes, you can, but it's still too much other detail. There are other details that are involved when it comes to it, building out the measures, creating calculated columns, the Power Query. I mean, it's just too in depth. It's just too many other moving pieces when it comes to Power BI to say that AI and BI are totally integrated. Now, I do think that in the very, very near future, they are going to integrate. Pretty much, and I'm going to say about 90 to 95%, you'll be able to integrate with Power BI. I mean, of course, Power BI is a low code to no code application. You can use ChatGPT, you can use OpenAI, or you can use ChatGPT, you can use Copilot to generate, that low code or that no code. But for the most part, it's not totally there. But if I had a choice, Copilot would be 2B. And ChatGPT would be 2A. So then you say, well, T, what's going to be 1A, or what's going to be 1 or 1B, or what is it? So here's the deal. I'm saying 1. I've got 1. And it's a proprietary application that I created here at Power of the BI with my team. Created an artificial intelligence application here with my team to where we can build out Power BI reports in pretty much snap of a finger once we know what's all inside of it. I'm not going to go too in depth because there's a lot going on out there, and I don't want to throw too much into it. But those are my students that are my students that are in the that are in the 16-week program. They know they have access. They've got full access to the application, to where if they're on a project and they want to shorten their time of building a report. They've got total access, 100% access to our proprietary application. It's totally 1A. It's totally 1A. Now, with that said, once you've built it out, once you built the report out using our artificial intelligence application, then you can actually integrate some ChatGPT or some Copilot or some Claude into there, and boom, you're there. But bottom line is, so I've given you 3. I've given you Claude, and then I've given you 2B. 2B is Copilot, and then I've given you 2A. 2A is ChatGPT, and then number 1 is our proprietary application that we use to build Power BI reports, where we can build Power BI reports in almost a snap of a finger. Not just that quick, but it's pretty doggone quick. It's pretty doggone quick. So, as I said, there is not a total integration when it comes to artificial intelligence and business intelligence, but there is some integration. But here's the deal, man. And even with my students in the 16-week program, I do not give them total access and total knowledge of how to use artificial intelligence until it's actually a bonus. It's actually a bonus week or 2 at the end of the program. So even within the 16-week program, artificial intelligence is not included in the 16-week program. Artificial intelligence is a bonus at the end of the 16-week program. Now, artificial intelligence is not a part of the self-paced course, and it's not a part of the curriculum in the 3-day live event. Now, in the 3-day live event, I do, oftentimes throw out some of the nuances of artificial intelligence, but not in great detail. But given that we're live, given that we're in person, and those questions do come up, I mean, pretty much, how to make everything happen pretty much comes up in the 3-day live event. But it's not just something that's built into the curriculum, but it's definitely not built into the curriculum of the self-paced course. But it is integrated within it's 2 additional weeks that are given as bonus weeks for the artificial intelligence at the end. Now, you ask, why do I do it that way? It's very simple. So here's the deal. Using a calculator, right? I 100% agree with students that are in elementary school, middle school, high school, using calculators. Because even me, when I was in college, I used a calculator. So why can't I use a calculator when I was in elementary school? But the thing about it is this: you need to know the fundamentals first before you use a calculator. If you don't know the fundamentals of mathematics, you should not be using a calculator. You use the calculator to shorten the time, to shorten the process, but you don't use a calculator because because you don't know how to perform a problem. For instance, if you were in a high level math class and you were doing some form of calculus or differential equations, yeah, you could use a calculator, but if you don't know the basics of math, that calculator is not really going to help you because you don't even know what the outcome is to be expected. Same thing goes when it comes to artificial intelligence and when integrating Power BI. If you do not know what the desired outcome is that you're expecting, there's no way for you to request the desired outcome of artificial intelligence within an engineered prompt. Just won't work. You may get something, but you're not going to get what you're looking for, or you're not going to get the desired outcome 100% of the time. Now, you're probably never going to get the desired output 100% of the time when it comes to artificial intelligence. But what I mean, what I'm saying is this: you need to know how to create reports. You need to know what all it takes in order to build good Power BI reports. And if all you were using was AI in order to build out your report, eventually you're going to get stuck. Eventually there's going to be something that you don't know what to do, and you don't even know what questions to ask because you don't even know how to get there, right? Now, of course, artificial intelligence can get you there. Using ChatGPT, using Microsoft Copilot, using Claude, you can get to about 90 to 99%, I'm gonna say 99% of what you're looking for when it comes to building a Power BI report. But if you don't know how to build a Power BI report, just the basics of creating measures and creating measures and calculating columns and using Power Query and building relationships, you're probably not going to know what to prompt Power BI or Claude or Copilot in order to get you what you need. I'll put my money on AI at that point. If it's you and AI, I got my money on AI all day, right? So with my students, what I do is I teach them the basics of Power BI. I teach them the basics, the super basics of Power BI, and then I build it up and I give them, the more advanced levels based on the student. And then once we get to the end, everyone knows once you get to the end of my 16-week course, Power of the BI, that you can find over at powerbi.com, shameless plug. Once you get to the end, you may not be super proficient in certain areas, but you know how to go find that information how to develop that information using artificial intelligence. So that's what I mean when I say, artificial intelligence and business intelligence have not totally integrated, but just as in every industry, artificial intelligence now gives you not necessarily a shortcut, but it gives you more peace of mind to be able to get jobs done quicker, to get tasks done quicker, to get projects done quicker, just as with Power BI. If you know what you're looking for with Power BI, you can take artificial intelligence and you can request that information, and you can be up and running and have those reports submitted, pretty doggone quick. I'm not going to say at the snap of a finger, but I'm going to say it's going to be pretty doggone quick. So that's all I'm saying when it comes to artificial intelligence, business intelligence. Now, again, I do not get paid by Microsoft. I am not a Microsoft endorsed, or Power of the BI is not a Microsoft endorsed business organization. Power BI is just the tool that I choose to use. I've used Click, here and there. I've used Tableau. I think Tableau is a very good program. But Power BI is what I choose. Is what I choose to do my business intelligence development and to teach my course, Power of the BI, shameless plug over at powerofthebi.com. But anyway, I just wanted to stop by, drop some of those gems on you. Hope you found them as gems. Hope they're shining for you. Hope some things click for you. If you got some questions, you reach out and say, hey T, I've got some questions. But here's the deal. I look forward to seeing you, but I really encourage you to join to tune into my free webinar. Again, sign up for my free webinar, because then you'll be able to ask the question. And here's the deal. It's not a webinar where you're going to log in and I'm not going to be there and somebody else is going to be teaching it for me. No, I'm going to be doing the teaching in the webinar. Now, I have found that in many occasions, I get too many questions where I can't answer all the questions at one time. But if you put the questions into the comment section within the webinar, I will get back to you directly via email with your answers if I'm not able to answer the questions that you have directly during the webinar. But anyway, you can find a link to my webinar. You can find a link to the next upcoming webinar below in the descriptions. And if you have any questions, leave comments here. Please like, subscribe to this channel. It does a lot for us here. But anyway, once again, thank you for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you win again in the next video.